I came across two articles recently. One was in People's Daily. The headline read, "Why is China cool?" Another, by The Economist, specifically referenced the People's Daily's article and asked how China became cool. Both articles were published in May. I can't help but to add another question to this China Cool series. Why is China cool now? I mean, it's not every day you see The Economist writing something that echoes a Chinese media article and, by and large, praises China. I talked about it in my previous video that, according to the Democracy Perception Index 2025, for the first time, most countries are more favorable towards China than the United States. There are many reasons contributed to America's fall in favorability, just like there are many reasons contributed to that of China's rise. Both the People's Daily and The Economist articles talked about a lot of things: the gaming industry, social media, tourism, rich history, electric cars. I don't deny these have contributed a lot to China's soft power rise and the confidence among the Chinese people. But I want to add one thing that I think is missing from this matrix: consistency. Now, that's not some abstract political sciencey concept. In very plain terms, it means you achieve what you said you would achieve. People now talk about China and the Global South getting close, but China had already started providing assistance and training to developing countries 40 years ago in coordination with the United Nations. Some say China is carving up Southeast Asia. While China and ASEAN concluded their negotiations on the version 3.0 of the China-ASEAN Free Trade Area, people forget that the negotiations over version 1.0 started in 2002. Pundits freaked out over China's mediations in the Middle East. But when have you heard China waving flags and yelling war is great? These things don't just grow out of thin air. They take decades of work, building relationships and solving problems, and persistence to achieve. I still remember, after the Belt and Road Initiative was first announced, there were so many reports saying it's a threat, doomed to fail, or won't last long. A decade had gone by, and what do we have? The Chancay Port in Peru, Jakarta-Bandung high-speed railway in Indonesia, Aldafra solar PV project between China, UAE, and France.
When the Chinese leadership make a commitment, most overwhelming majority of the time, they exceed that commitment. Whereas in the other countries, the thinking is the commitment is made by one leader. Maximum that leader will stay 4 or 5 years, and then there'll be a new leader, and they will then change everything.
And it's astonishing to see a governing system, a governing party that's able to look forward 27 years and be able to make specific plans for what the country is going to be looking like then. And I think that is the huge strength of the Chinese system.
When you look back, those things mentioned by the two articles, the electric vehicles, DeepSeek, TikTok, connectivity, their successes were all facilitated by or are the result of a decade of focus that was built on the successes of decades before. Generation after generation, the Chinese people and leaders steadily pursue growth and modernization. And that's the consistency I'm talking about: setting a goal, having a plan, and pursuing it across a very long time span, step by step, regardless of what might happen in between. It means a pragmatic approach to domestic and international politics, pursuing peace, fostering an environment where everyone can grow together. That quality might not have stood out before when the world had more clarity in it, but it certainly does now. The public might not see it as an attraction in the same sense as an impressive drone show or a flashy new app. And of course, there are many factors contributing to China's success: the hard work and the resilience of the Chinese people, the recognition of a shared future for everyone on this planet. But no matter what happens inside or outside, even now, China is dealing with them by keeping its own pace on the march forward. And that, I think, is what's cool.